different from each other, they also are very similar. First, I'll talk about the history of Marvel and the characters affiliated with it. Then I'll talk about the history of DC and the characters affiliated with that. And then I'll finally compare and contrast each other. So first off, let's take a look at Marvel's history. According to comicpress101.com, Marvel started in 1939 as Timely Publications, and by the 1950s it became known as Altus Comics. In 1961 it became known as Marvel, with the first publication being Fantastic Four, created by Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, and Jack Kirby. Marvel's characters are very well known in the public. Characters include Spider-Man, a man that has spider powers; Wolverine, the mutant with claws; Iron Man, a playboy billionaire that has an armored suit that allows him to fly and shoot energy beams; Captain America, the super soldier; and Thor, the thunder god. Along with characters, they also have superhero teams, including Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and of course, the Avengers. So now that we talked about the superhero teams and the history of Marvel, next we could talk about the history of DC. It said that DC was founded early in the year of 1935 as National Highlight Publications, which is also a company of Warner Bros. Entertainment. DC came from the popular comic series, Detective Comics. And it said that their headquarters are in Manhattan, New York in 2013. And they said they moved to Burbank, California in 2015. Just like Marvel, the characters of DC are very well known to the public. Characters include Batman, the playboy billionaire that dresses up like a bat at night; Flash, the world's fastest man; Green Arrow, another millionaire but dresses up like a vigilante at night; my personal favorite is Cyborg, half man, half machine; and then of course Superman, an alien raised on Earth that has the power to not only fly, but also can have super strength, super speed, and has heat vision, along with cold breath. So now that we've talked about the history of both Marvel and DC and the characters affiliated with it, we can now see how they compare and contrast with each other. There's a lot of differences between DC and Marvel. One of them being that Marvel and DC kind of have two different background stories. A lot of Marvel characters have background stories that are relative to everyday life. Unlike DC, where one of their main characters is an alien, and another is an Amazon princess, another one is a playboy billionaire. Like, that doesn't happen every day. But with characters such as Spider-Man was just an average, everyday nerd who ends up getting powers. But that being said, they also have similarities. Some of them being that most of the characters have the exact same powers. Green Arrow and Hawkeye, there it is, Hawkeye. They both are very good archers. Quicksilver and Flash, they're supposed to be both the fastest man in the world. And then Batman and Iron Man, they both are playboy billionaires. So now that we've seen that, so now that we've seen the differences and the similarities between Marvel, ultimately there's a wide range of heroes in both universes with different abilities that all create the Marvel and DC universes. Marvel and DC has been a vital part of the superhero industry, and although they are different in many aspects, they're also very similar. First, I talked about the history of Marvel and the characters affiliated with it. Then I talked about the history of DC and the characters affiliated with it. And then I talked about how they both compare and contrast to each other. No matter where they are from, whether it be Marvel or DC, superheroes have played a vital part in the superhero industry. I mean, in children's childhood, and it helps people to inspire beyond their limits. So you never know. You might just be someone's superhero one day. But always remember, with great power comes great responsibility.